A toxicology report has revealed the pilot of a helicopter had traces of cocaine in his system when it collided with another chopper on the Gold Coast last year. Live to political reporter Cameron Redden with the details. Cam, what have we learned about the incident so far?
Yeah, Danica, the Australian Transport Safety Bureau releasing this interim report into the crash that occurred on this day in 2023, 12 months on. They call it a no-blame investigation. The goal here really is to identify if there were broader safety issues that went into the incident or were contributing factors to the incident. 2 SeaWorld helicopters collided while they were giving tourist flights on that day a year ago. 4 people were killed, including the pilot of one of those helicopters. Another 9 people were injured as a result. And as we learn through this report today, a toxicology report was done on that fatally injured pilot that revealed he tested positive in the report for small traces of cocaine. Now, it notes in this report that it was not likely that cocaine was consumed the day before. It was actually as long as 4 days prior, based on that toxicology report. And this interim report from the ATSB notes that although it is unlikely the pilot of that helicopter would have had any motor skill impairment on the day as a result of that cocaine use, it is not known whether post-cocaine exposure effect had any effect on the performance of the pilot on that occasion. It's also worth noting the other pilot involved who survived the crash, he submitted to alcohol and drug testing, but this interim report from the ATSB notes that that alcohol and drug testing for the surviving pilot did not actually take place. The Gold Coast Mayor, Tom Tate, speaking a short time ago about this incident, making the point that, as we know through this toxicology report, there were traces of cocaine found in one of the pilots. He said it's a zero tolerance attitude to that.
When you're a pilot, there should be no trace. So I'll let the investigator make the real comment. So my position is that there shouldn't be any trace there. So it's poor performance on the pilot to have any trace.
The Transport Safety Bureau also issuing a broader notice to tour operators in Australia to essentially double down on their protocols for seatbelts and other safety procedures on these tourist flights. It notes in this incident that some passengers' seatbelts were not fitted correctly in this accident, in part due to interference from their life jackets, although the ATSB does not attribute this to the tragic outcome in this case. It goes on to say that further investigation determined that seatbelts were not being fitted by the operator, that is SeaWorld in this case, on a regular basis. So, Danica, the investigation itself is ongoing into this incident. An interim report out today, the final report to be released in the second half of 2024.